Hi everybody, Seymour CSI or SMC might be a little bit easier, faster. I am here today to talk to you about wanting to learn makeup and about crime scene investigation or forensic science, and I'm hoping that you found my channel because you also would like to learn makeup and you might have a little bit of a dark side and be liking crime scene and forensics. I am a crime scene investigator. I have been for a number of years in small agencies, big agency, and now I'm in kind of a medium-sized agency. So I do have a lot of stories, some funny, some gross, but they're all very interesting, at least to myself and people who are interested in forensic science or crime scene investigation. And I also have a love of makeup, and I want to learn how to do makeup really well. And I would like it if you guys would like to learn makeup with me. I used to be part of a makeup subscription service, and I legit have a tackle box. So we have plenty to work with on this channel. As you can see, I have makeup on right now, and I'm gonna do a little experiment all day. Now this time of Corona, I have a mask that I'm gonna be wearing all day. And you can see on the inside, hopefully, you can see that it is clean, nice, white. Let's see if I can zoom in on it without it going out of focus. There we go. I have a nice white mask, totally clean on the inside, and I anticipate it's going to be totally dirty when I check in with you after today. I'm going to take my daughter to gymnastics, I'm going to go to a couple of stores, all of which is going to require me to wear this bad boy the whole day. I feel like I'm a little different in that I'm much older than most of the beauty YouTubers, and I'd like to represent the older crowd a little more. Additionally, I have something else to offer in my wealth of forensic knowledge and know-how. So thank you for checking in, and I'm going to head out the door. I will come back later so I can show you guys how the makeup fared. And if you stick around, you get to watch me actually put this makeup on from barefaced all the way to the way it looks. And I hope to see you again. So please click subscribe if you want to see more videos. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to shoot them to me and I will answer as many as I can. Have a great day. Welcome back, everyone. Now it's time for me to get ready. I've taken a shower, my face is clean and moisturized, and I like to start with some primer. I don't like to use too much because it does seem to kind of dry my face out a bit, but I do like to put some on just to help the makeup to stick. It is a mattifying primer. Right now I just have this whole crazy mixture of things that I use, so I'm not actually going to be calling out any specific names because I'm not necessarily married to the brand. I put on an eye primer. Last night I went to sleep probably no later than 10 o'clock. This eye primer is almost empty. And I kind of had a feeling, I was thinking, what detective is on call tonight? I think I was having a little bit of a psychic moment because the detective who happened to be on call is the one who typically gets called out the most. And about 11:15, the work phone rings for me to respond. And I needed to go to the hospital to collect a kit that they were collecting from a victim. But we had to wait for quite some time. So there was a lot of hurry up and wait at the hospital. I didn't end up getting home until about 3:15 in the morning. So after I take off my uniform and then put on my pajamas, kind of get relaxed, brush my teeth again to lay down, I'm sure it was about 3:30. 3:45 before I even got to go back to sleep again. Today, I feel a bit tired. I look a bit tired. And I'm hoping that the makeup I do is going to help to hide that. First video and I'm missing some steps already. I already put some foundation on my hand, but I would like to put some concealer on these more prominent areas. I just like to lightly tap it in. Now I use a moistened Beauty Blender sponge, and I just want to lightly put this foundation where I want to even out my skin tone. I do not like wearing a ton of makeup. I don't like the way it feels on my face. I don't think it looks very natural, and especially because I'm trying to do makeup looks that I could wear every day, wear them into the office, that it's important that I don't have too much stuff on my face, because then I'm just going to feel kind of like a clown, and I don't think it's going to be very well received in the office. I don't have a fancy lighting setup. I'm just sitting in front of a window, and it's still kind of early in the morning, 10:30. And so I do have some really good natural light coming in through this window, which was also something I wanted to do with my channel, was that it would be more natural stuff we can all do at home. And because I'm trying to learn, and I hope you're here to learn with me. We don't need a bunch of fancy gear just to make our makeup look good, or to learn to do our makeup well. Last night's call out wasn't really that bad because it really was just hanging out at the hospital. The worst part being that it was, for 4 hours, that I could have been sleeping, and that I have a full day of stuff I need to do. But it's going to be exciting for my makeup experiment. I just want to stick all this in place with some powder. It's a tinted powder. A little bit of blush, because the concealer evens out the skin tone, but then I feel like it kind of makes you look a little flat. And put a bit of a highlight in. I don't want to do too much, and I don't want it to be a harsh line. So I definitely try to buff it a little bit with the brush. I feel like my brows, especially here, are kind of thin, and they need a little help. I just brush it in and up. And I'm just gonna let them hang out like that while I work on my eye makeup. Now, since I am gonna be running errands all day, one of which being hanging out at the gymnastics studio with my daughter, I don't want anything too crazy on the eyes, but I do want to have a little bit of something going on. First, I'm just going to put the color right there into the socket. I'm going to do both eyes because I've watched some beauty YouTubers who can do one eye at a time. I definitely don't have those skills yet to really work that in. Back and forth, small circles. I don't have a proper buffing brush. I'm about to invest in a beautiful brush set. So right now I just use this one. At the outsides of the eyes, you want to make sure you're sweeping up, because you want to be bringing the appearance of the eye lifting, not drooping. I'm going to go in with a little bit more of that same color. And again, nice little circles just to smoke it up like this. Just using that same brush from before, I'm going to pick a different color that's not too close on the palette because I don't want it to appear muddy. I want a nice little bit of definition between the two. I'm going to put that right on this outside corner. And then use my other brush to buff it in. Since it is on the outside corner, I really want to make sure I'm going up, not down, and I'll even circle towards the inside more than I do the out. I have been using a little cream eyeshadow and making, what I want to call like an office safe cut crease. I don't know if a really defined cut crease would be acceptable in my office, but I just go in with a neutral colored cream shadow, starting at the inside corner. I work my way across, about halfway across the eye, and then I work that cream shadow up. So it gets about halfway into that darker color that we just put into the socket. Make sure that cream shadow gets all the way up to about midway into that darker area of the socket, because I want my two eyes to look the same. I had a little bit of camera trouble, so now I have to work much faster than I anticipated, but that's all right. Being a crime scene investigator, you definitely learn how to work with whatever's thrown at you, whether that's a camera issue or having to be called out for 4 hours in the middle of the night. Now I'm just lightly over the top of that cream, putting a nice light matte beige. And then I just really softly want to make sure that the edge is blended together. Now, the purists will probably really cringe at using just a straight up pencil for your eyebrow. Maybe it's my age, but it's what I've been doing forever. I like to fill in some of the gaps that weren't nicely filled in by the brow gel. And then this morning at about 9:30, my boss calls, and I thought that, oh great, now, called out last night and I'm going to get called in again today. But they actually just had some evidence associated with that case last night, and he was wanting to know how to direct patrol to pick it up. So I'm waiting for an email from them to know what I need to do. If swinging by the police station and taking care of the evidence is going to be something that needs to be done before gymnastics or after. I'm hoping before, if I'm ready. Black liner. It's alright that it doesn't look very good and uniform right now, because I am going to smudge it anyway. So really I'm just trying to get the product on my skin. Mascara. And finally some lipstick. I definitely don't wear lipstick every day, but because this is an experiment day, I'm going to wear some. Now, while that dries down, I like to do a last once over of the face just to see, is there any more concealer needed anywhere? Should I throw some more powder on anywhere? Really just have I done an acceptable job that I'm happy with for today? Pretty much. I feel like I still look a little bit tired. Probably needed to put a little concealer under my eyes. But again, I'm learning makeup, and I hope you're here learning makeup with me. So you live and learn, and you do it right the next time. There's the makeup. I don't want to get too close and have it go out of focus, but there's my lip. You can see the shadow is nothing too crazy, neither is the liner. I'm not into false lashes. I feel like that would just be too over the top for a professional look, especially for a woman my age. And so I just use regular mascara. And now we're gonna see how it lasts for the rest of the day. Looking forward to seeing you guys later. Bye. Hi again, everybody. All right, I'm done running around for the day. It's about 3:30. When I left here, I took my daughter to gymnastics where I had to wear the mask the whole time. Then we went to a store to get her some more uniforms for school, as well as the mall so I could pick up some new makeup. So I've been wearing this mask pretty much all day while I've been out. I wasn't doing a lot of talking with the mask on, so there wasn't a lot of friction to rub the makeup off, but I'm sure, I haven't checked yet, so this is gonna be the moment of truth that I haven't taken it off to see how much makeup is in there. I know, like, looking at my face, I see I do have some shine through here, which is to be expected given that it's probably feels like triple digits, 100 plus outside. Zoom in a little. Now we can see the eye makeup. It looks like it stayed in place fairly well. Not a lot of creasing. Where I tried to cover some of these spots, that really didn't work out very well. The lips, the reason I don't wear lipstick is purely because of this. So now because it's a matte lipstick and it's meant to be long wearing, now it just feels like there's all this surface. My daughter's trying to get in on the action. You can see her back there. There's all this surface of my lips that feels like it needs to come off. And I was really fighting the temptation to bite it off. Now that I've taken the mask off, zoom back out a little. It is surprisingly not very stained. So here is where my nose would be. It looks pretty good. Oh, and after gymnastics, I forgot about that. I went into the police department and transferred some evidence around for the case that I was called out on last night. And so I wore my mask pretty much the whole time while I was doing that too. So despite it being all department store and relatively inexpensive makeup, I'm pretty happy with how little ended up on this mask. Today I bought some more expensive foundation that is supposed to be a lot better long-lasting wear. I mean, that's what the salespeople said at least. So the next video I'm going to use that and a number of other new cosmetics that I just bought today that was definitely on the higher end, at least for my finances, that usually I would just do department store always. I think I am probably going to go ahead and invest in that brush set and get it on its way, and so I can like work on breaking that in next time too. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you really want to learn how to do makeup, and you and I can go on this little learning trip together. And if you're interested in hearing about crime scene stuff, that'll be a bonus because I do plan on talking about it. I know today I didn't go into much detail, especially since it's an active case, but just to give you a little window into the life of a crime scene investigator. I love the work. Even if I won the lottery or was suddenly really rich, I would still want to do crime scene, so it is definitely my calling. And with that, I'm gonna get about the rest of my weekend. I hope you guys have a lovely day and a lovely week ahead, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.